Nityanandam. With deep gratitude to my Guru, His Holiness Paramahamsa Sri Nityananda Swamiji, I welcome you to the series on Sannyas. Sannyas, this series is how I perceive, how I live, and what my Guru has taught me about Sannyas. That is what this whole series is going to be. But many viewers have been responding very kindly and with a lot of interest in Sannyas. There is one, I would like to read out a question. One Nestor James from Hawaii has written, so does one need a book to study it? And if so, where may I find this book? Why I ask is, cause the way you make it sound, make me believe maybe you found what one could say is freedom to enjoy life as is, with the true to freedom. Nestor, I would like to share with you, Sannyas is not something you can study and imbibe from a book. This is not like a philosophy or a theology. You have to live it, because especially if you take sannyas, where you have a living master, someone like Swamiji, who is also an avatar, who can constantly micromanage your inner space, so you can actually experience what it means by freedom. Unfortunately, what a lot of people, when we are being trained by our gurus, especially by Swamiji, a lot of people tend to think that we are mesmerized or we are being brainwashed or all this. But I have been a sannyasi for almost 8 years, and it is my experience, and my authentic experience I have seen was Swamiji has always allowed us to make our own decisions. He always tells us, you decide, don't come to me with silly things. But if our decisions are wrong, then he corrects it and guides us and shows us, if I had gone by the decision I had taken, I may have again got into some other incompletion or powerlessness. But since I followed what direction Swamiji has given me, I have found myself liberated from being shackled by the emotions of pain, by the emotions of suffering, and the emotions of greed and fear as we perceive it. Today, my biggest freedom I feel in my inner space, and from which I live and work every step of my life, is integrity to my Guru, Swamiji, and integrity to this life of sannyas. When you are integrated to your Guru, especially someone like Swamiji, whose only mission is to give enlightenment to every person, no matter how that person kicks back or responds, when you're integrated to such a person, then you're integrated to life itself. And what you get back from life is just the joy of living life the way you want to live. Because he teaches you integrity to the core, which is your strength. The only strength in the life of sannyas is your Guru. There is no other strength, there is no other support factor in this. The Sangha, everything else is just a third or fourth. For me, in my life, it has been first Swamiji, second Swamiji, third Swamiji, and I have known nothing else. Of course, when we are hit by our incompletions or our cognitions of how we have been brought up or how we perceive things, then it is his right to correct us, to re-guide us. See, all this thinking is wrong. This is not the way you should perceive people. This is not the way you should see people. Then that also Swamiji leaves it up to me, to every individual, to decide if I want to follow what Swamiji is suggesting, or I want to follow what my mind is telling. It is completely an individual's freedom, an individual's will. Make no mistake about it. We are not mesmerized, we are not brainwashed. Every decision we take from the space of completion, and that completion which leads us to integrity with my Guru and life itself. Integrity to Guru is not again being brainwashed or mesmerized. It is because he has taught me the values of life. It is because he has taught me being integrated to myself, to the path I have taken, is much more important than being integrated to anything else or anybody else. Then why will I not be integrated to someone who has given me so much of freedom and liberty? When a country is praised for being highly liberal to its citizen, where it is said, many countries have said, oh, this is a dreamland, this is a dream world, because we are free children of this society or something like that. Whereas, when Swamiji is giving each individual the freedom to make the decision from the right cognition, even that you can decide whether you want to go to the right cognition or not. When such a freedom is given to an individual, then how can we be brainwashed? What is this word being brainwashed, mesmerized, that keeps coming often in the conversations? Especially people come to me and ask me, oh, you seem to be mesmerized. I am not mesmerized. And I am not dumb enough to be mesmerized. Sorry, Nestor, this is not for you. But I have a couple of more questions that people have been sending, which says, oh, you seem to be a cult. And I think you are all mesmerized. Someone from Siliguri has written, first of all, we are not a cult. We are a culture. Any living human being who is highly integrated to the principle of Dharma, to the principle of Sadashiva, can never ever develop a cult. And what is this talk about cult? I don't even understand what cult is. Then the second question, being mesmerized. I am not dumb. I am not stupid. I am a person who is well educated, who has established many things in life, in my pre-monastic life. And I know what decisions are right, what decisions are wrong. And what experience I have had is not wrong. When you have experienced that the Guru is the only person who has your Atma, your soul's journey, like many people paraphrase it as the best thing in life. He knows what your soul's journey is versus you yourself know. Only if you experience it, you will understand that nobody can mesmerize. No Guru will steep down to, will just go so low to mesmerize people, because he doesn't need it. I will tell people, get a life. Please get a life. It's so boring when you'll tell me you're mesmerized. Oh, all of you seem mesmerized. Oh, how could you leave home and come? Adi Shankaracharya left his home, left his mother, a single parent, who was taking care of her only child. He was her life. He left her to create, to recreate, to re-strengthen the Dharma, based on which India still has its integrity, still has some of its cultural values. I will not say moral values, because moralistic values are completely different from cultural values. Who I am, how I am born, who I pray to matters, because from my childhood I have been a practicing Hindu, and what that has taught me is what makes me realize integrity to what you are is the only freedom. Yes, as a sannyasi, there are many things I don't know, and my Guru, His Holiness Paramahamsa Sri Nityananda Swamiji, he has guided me and let me make my decisions. So there is no question of being mesmerized or brainwashed or hypnotized. My Guru doesn't need to hypnotize people. Get a break. Get a life. Okay? Next time people go around telling that, oh, he's mesmerizing people. Please, you're so ridiculous, you can't imagine. It's not even worth laughing or responding to. But I really wanted to make this statement. My Guru, His Holiness Paramahamsa Sri Nityananda Swamiji, doesn't need to mesmerize people, especially anyone in his life. To know the truth, you should come and experience being around him, living around him. Then you will understand he doesn't need to stoop to such low levels of mesmerizing people? Oh God, get a life. Okay, now coming back to the topic of sannyas, why a guru, an avatar, someone like Swamiji is the strength of sannyas is because he has no hidden agenda in training or aligning you to your highest consciousness except enlightenment to you, which is not a hidden agenda. That is Swamiji's mission and that's his passion. That's the only thing he is here for, to make each and every human being understand, realize his highest consciousness and live life from that pure highest consciousness. Just imagine how world would be if every one of us realized our highest consciousness, our highest goodness, and lived from there. Life would be really beautiful. It will not just be a movie title, it would be a beautiful life to experience, to express, and everybody will want to be part of that beautiful life of yours. That is why the only strength of sannyas is your guru. And for me and our Sangha, it is only Swamiji, the avatar, Paramahamsa Sri Nityananda Swamiji. Just being in his presence, every human being, I feel, should take sannyas just to understand first what your highest consciousness is and to live and radiate that with a complete freedom. If you have any more questions about sannyas, I would be more than happy to answer. And if you want to take sannyas Diksha by the one and only living avatar, His Holiness Paramahamsa Sri Nityananda Swamiji, do not hesitate even to put a question. Just pack your bags, reach the Bangalore Adinam, walk into a welcome center and sign up the form. Life will start happening inside of you just through living the highest of principles of integrity and authenticity as guided by Swamiji. Thank you all for watching. If you liked this video and you found it useful, I hope, please share this video, subscribe to my channel, press like, and keep writing in more and more questions. I'll be more than happy to answer them. Thank you for giving me this wonderful opportunity to share about my life of sannyas. Thank you. Nityanandam.